Guys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament. Relief Windows. Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience. And by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to the Memorial Day edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Memorial Day. Time to remember, time to give honor, time to pray for the women and men that died to make this country safe. Not only make this country safe and secure for all our families, but look, all over the world. You remember the day when you pray, you got to pray petition and thanksgiving. You know, both. With all that's going on right now, we need to add some extra prayers today for the first responders and for the people in the medical field that are spending their time and everything and doing it. So this week, like I said, all week, not just today, but all week, let's remember the people that died for this country. God bless them. God bless their families. Now, got some good news I'm going to tell you first. You're going to wait for the news segment, but there's a redfish caught, a tagged redfish. Man, there's big news already. Chris was telling me that there's a couple of rumors that some were caught, one was caught, that the participant wasn't registered, but this one is registered, probably going to win a truck when everything comes out to the end and everybody checks it out. James Loop of Gretna, Louisiana. He was fishing in Myrtle Grove. He was fishing out of Lafitte. He brought it in the next marina. Congratulations. That's the first weekend. So, you know, we got all the way to Labor Day. There's a bunch of tagged redfish out there. If you ain't signed up, go ahead and sign up. Don't be one of them to catch the tagged redfish and say, oh, I could have won a $40,000 truck. You can run a boat and motor. There's a lot of things out there to win, and when I get to the fishing report, let me say this too. I got reports from all over. It'll be a little bit longer fishing report this week. Got a lot of photos people sent in. A lot of marina owners that I talked to were excited. People were being safe. They were helping them be safe. Some had their masks. They were practicing distancing. So we got a lot going on. We got some sad news at the end. To Berkeley, I'll be going to see a fishing report. Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Why choose Barbecue Guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's that time of year, CCA Star Tournament time.
We might have a star winner, folks.
Don't miss your chance for more categories, more prizes, and more smiles. Young and old, there's a division for everyone. You can win a truck, RV, boat, and much more. Sign up today for a chance to become an early bird winner. The fun starts Memorial Day weekend. Visit CCA Star to get your ticket today.
All right, guys, we just got on the Florida-Alabama line. We're going to do some fishing this week. We're gonna start off right now. Just got the boat in the water. Had to change out some batteries, get some kinks worked out. We're gonna go ahead and start off doing a little afternoon topwater action, and I'm gonna switch over to some night light fishing on the way in. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna get up at the crack of dawn, start off with the topwaters and a whole plethora of other Matrix products. So stay tuned and let's see what we can do. Nice afternoon, right at dusk, pretty trout here. We're looking for them a little bit bigger than this, but we will take a handful of these all week long.
Oh, it's stuck in the side. I'll take it.
Fish right there. It's one of the reasons we love coming to Florida. We always looking for big trout. You catch trout like this on the dock lights. I can't even explain to you how big they are. If you find one at daylight on top water or something like that. We're using that X shad and that mullet color. Figured you can't go wrong with this color. I would say mullet's one of the primary food sources out here, as I see a ton of them, and I know how effective top water is. Catching beautiful trout. One of the reasons we're fishing right now at nighttime, we're on May's full moon, and trout are very well known to feed at night on the full moon, and this is when the big girls are active. You're not typically going to find those 6 and 7 pounders on the lights, but we're just trying to catch them, bend the pole a little bit. Whoop. Take a quick picture here with that mullet X shad in his mouth. That's a nighttime beauty right there. That log. You just don't catch them at night like this too many places. That's a solid 21, 22 inch trout. Just slow rolling it through that white light we found. It's an underwater light and they are just tagging it. New Matrix X shade in the mullet color. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, came off right there.
Let's cast out again.
Back to back. This is going. He's like the knife. Or let me snag one of the two. I got him snagged. Not as nice as I was hoping for.
Alright guys, look at this trout Christy just caught right here. Choked that Matrix X shad down. You know, you don't have to use these X shads. The Matrix obviously work fantastic. When you're like in crystal clear water like we're fishing right now, I would go with the lifelike imitation. But jigging it on the bottom, right on the docks, that's a pretty hefty little trout right there. Top water morning. What we're doing here is throwing the top water, walking the dog through these docks, and then when I get a slap and miss, Christy's following it up with the Matrix X shad. This is what they all look like on top water here. This is a little bit bigger. Another crush on top water here. So I love it fishing out here in the salty Florida water. When they go to commit to this top water, they are not messing around. I can hear that fish grunting in the water. That's a big male. Whatever this before, several Dockside TV episodes. The males are the ones that grunt, and when you got 2-pound male trout around, they got some monsters in the female class. Beautiful, beautiful, salty Florida speckled trout. Alright, we started off the morning down a couple miles. Last night we were catching them under some lights further east down here, and my wife was like, why don't we start closer to where we caught them on the lights? I said, because it was just the lights holding the fish. Well, we didn't get a bite this morning where we started. We come down where the lights were, and we're catching them on these top waters and Matrix shads. I'm throwing the blue steel Matrix mullet. Let me kind of go over how you work it here. They got grass flats out in the middle, and you want to get on Google Earth when fishing around here and just find that grassy bottom. Sometimes they're way off the docks or nowhere near a dock. And then where I like to fish the bigger trout when I'm here, it seems like the big ones are in the docks to me a little bit more. And I like to cast it down the runways of the docks. You gotta be careful, because if you hang a big trout or a red, you're pretty vulnerable for it coming into the docks, breaking you off. But you put your rod tip down, it's called walking the dog. Rod tip down, and it's just a twitch, 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 pause. And while you're twitching, you're picking up your slack. And the lure naturally knows it's built to where it's gonna zigzag left and right. We got real nice rattles in this lure. Makes a lot of good noise. Great lure for calm, low light conditions. Not really calm today. We got a pretty stiff north wind. A cold front just came through.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Welcome to Berkeley. I see a fishing report. Got great news. Great news everywhere we go. There's salt water. I mean, they had some bad weather. Now, you had to stay out. But the people that waited it out and went out and got the wind, if the wind was real bad, they got back in the canals. They got on the leeward side, and they caught fish. Island Marina first, tons of pictures right now. One of the exciting ones was little Billy Brim catcher. Here she is with a brim, and Bob Woods and Buller and Mike and Chris Stewart, they were catching snapper. Now, they were running. The weather was good when they went. They ran, toward the Chandelier Islands, and they were fishing the rigs. They went out a little bit further. They were catching snapper, mangrove snapper. They're catching a lot of fish coming in right now. In that area, the hottest space is Biloxi Marsh. Then people going deep in the Biloxi Marsh, and the captains are really catching some fish. Captain Morvant and all of them that are fishing that area right now can make you a box of fish. I'm telling you what, they can make you a box of fish, and you want to call, you can get over there. So, and another one, I was saying they got frozen bait over there at Island Marina. They got the killer bee frozen bait, and that's it. They were rig fishing out there and in the Gulf at past Chandelier Island. Well, I'm saying right here, I'm going to get to saying the redfish, the drum, sheephead, even some speckled trout, they're on the trestle. The water's muddy, not like you normally do it, but they catch it. They're catching drop shot, Carolina rig, they're fishing a little deeper. Some of them are catching on slip clark, okay? And they're setting the depth, I think they told me about 12 foot, and they're using live shrimp. And then the people that fish in Biloxi Marsh are using bait shrimp. So I just wanted you to know that. And a lot of them are using it under a cork and catching fish. You got to go around and look. Now, Venice Marina, I talked to Mike Butler, and thank you, Mike, for always helping us over there and putting us up. Mike was telling me tuna were coming in like unbelievable. People were coming in with the snapper limits. And people come trout, they're still catching trout and redfish. My grandson Blake and his friend Tyler, Cade, and Curtis, they moved around. They were fishing with a guy. They were fishing with John Carter. That's the brother of Brandon Carter, real shot. Here's some pictures. They had a great mixed catch. They had sheephead, redfish, speckled trout. They had it all. Had a good day. It was worth the trip. But again, let me tell you, Mike Butler said everything is on go. They had a full house, and they said, but they were practicing safety. They were trying to do what they were supposed to do. They had a lot of families there together. The captains, like I said, offshore are doing a great job. You see that wind? This week coming up, going to be a lot of rain. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. So I'll give you this fishing report. You keep that in mind. So, right now, we're trying to beat the rain. I see clouds all over me right now. Going back to Grand Isle, I talked to Buggy at Britside, and Butch and them at Sand Dollar, all the people, they were full. They had people catching fish. They had bait. They were doing this. A live shrimp. They were fishing the coast, the rocks in the back. They were all catching fish. And here's a picture with Brindley and Madison. They came in with some snapper. So Buggy said there was snapper coming in everywhere, tuna. The big thing on tuna right now, I'm gonna tell you, is it's Chris Moran's place over there. My good friend David Olin, he was just unbelievable, he said. One of the best trips he ever had. He was fishing with Paul Guitros with Tuna Time. And here's a bunch of pictures. They caught him. He had sent me a little video, but I don't think I can make it work. They were, and somebody told me 12, somebody told me 17, but they had most of them in a 2-hour period. So he said it was one of the best trips he ever went on. Another one is coming in. My good buddy Ken Lambert, his grandbaby and them were fishing Pensacola Bay. A lot of people were fishing in the Alabama coast and Pensacola, and they're catching fish. Here's a big group were caught by Major Paraka, my buddy's grandson. Ronnie Klein called me. He didn't send me no pictures, but he said, hey, time to come to Cocodrie. We knew that. Brad and them were all been catching. They fishing live bait, also catch them on plaxes, and when it's calm, he's catching some on top. Delacroix, Tom LeBlanc is hit or miss. You know, they had wind, they fought wind and fin. They started to go home. Thought he was having trouble with his air conditioning, black cloud. Look, this man sends me a great report. Him and Cesar Garcia, and his other buddies, Ryan Amy, they send a report every week. When I'm telling you the tide, the weather, how many miles, what baits, and how these guys do it. I'm gonna bring him back on one more time again to let y'all see how he do it. But in that report, he had some bad wind. He was worried about his air conditioning. He got back, air conditioning works. They spent the night. Next day they did better. I think they had about 17 or 18 trout, but they had some redfish. They had enough to make the trip worthwhile. And the air conditioning was working when he left. Now, freshwater, guess what? Joe Mack, our former partner, him and Steve Fontana, they went to Lake Verret because they've been hurting. Steve Fontana keeps promising me, putting me off. He said they got other people ahead of the list. I understand, Steve. I understand. But I'm going to forgive you because you send me all the reports all over, and you've been an accurate report. You're good or bad. I thank you a lot for sending those reports. Here's Joe Mack. Had a great time. Catch them on spinnerbait. And again, I'm going to tell you, they catch them early. They're fishing Lake Verret, the Bell River area right now. They're finding that water moving. They're finding shad. I guess they're finding shad because that's one thing I know Steve does. But they're on spinnerbait. Congratulations, Joe. And remind you again, don't forget, Joe's supposed to be retired, but he still got that report every Thursday and Sunday in the Morning Advocate. Don't ever forget Joe Macalusa, the legend partner. Let me tell you what, he keeps you up with information, whether it's good news, bad news, or whatever it is. Joe Mack. Also, I got some other reports right now. Let me see if I'm leaving anybody out. Oh, yeah, I got some other reports from them guides out in Hopedale, the Hopedale Marina. Same thing, is full. They catching trout. They say, come on and book. Charlie Thomason and all of them out there, Miss Corley, they're all catching fish. I think it's what, waterfowl specialists. You look up in the weather, call these guys. I'm telling you right now, they booking fast, don't get me wrong, but they on fish. They got their network. Don't forget and call them. Now, I saw saltwater. Freshwater, again, they had a tournament at Lake Concordia. The Boomy Shoots Memorial, Cody and Kevin Bezron, 17.28 pounds. And the big bass was Carl Whittington, 5.26 pounds. I want to thank Steve again about that. And then the big one that went on, the Southwest Junior Bass Masters. Let me read it to you. Amelia Public Landed and Amelia. They had their May tournament Sunday. Cool and clear morning, plenty of high water. He said, and a lot of idle zones north of Amelia. Tournament hours was safe daylight to 3:30 p.m. And these what the kids did. Not too bad. All the hot water. They fished. You could fish the Bell River, Lake Verret, and the Black Bayou area. They had 128 bass, and this is what happened. They had the first ever lady girl angler to place in the top three. In fact, she was in first place. Lily Bezron, a gyro, had 11.485 bass families. And second place was Caleb Roblam. These are old names here from Denham Springs. Third place was Jack Vonado. And big bass was Lily. She took it all. Congratulations, Lily, the woman. That was 11-14 age group. 15 to 18, first place. And we go again. Hanson Cheney of Walker, 14.36. Bo Landry from Bruley at 8.67. Third place was Peyton Mathern with Walker, and Big Bass was Peyton Mathern. 7 to 10-year-old age group, Bo Smith from Ventress, 10.49. Second place was Noah Roblin, Denham Springs, and third place was Gentry Rogers. Big Bass with Bo Smith. Out of division, John Chaney. Thank y'all again to the bros. On a sad note, I want to give a little testament to a friend of mine. Mike Lane died last week, a massive heart attack. I want to offer condolences to his son, his immediate family, and let me tell you what, and his partners and the people he worked with, especially our friend Wanda Stewart. Wanda's the first one to contact me. He was a talented young man. He's a pioneer. When I say pioneer, ridingreal.com was one of the first ones coming out. People were hitting him, giving reports. You could go on there. He did it. He helped Paradise, Louisiana. He ran our show at one time. Anything we ever needed with Mike Lane was there. He was a longtime member of Louisiana Outdoor Writers. He won many awards with the Outdoor Writers. That trip he made down to Central America was unbelievable. He just had good people, talented people around him, but it was him. He had a book out, The Fishes of the Gulf. Him and they teamed up with Gerald Horst, who's another legend. We miss Gerald Horst. I miss all your writings too. I don't see it in a sportsman magazine or whatever. Gerald, he spent a lot of time in his garden. I talked to him the other day, and we talked about how talented Mike was. So, Mike, it's a salute to you. Telling you what, you was part of that book. Your website, I hope it goes on between your son and anybody else that needs any help. You're going to be remembered, Mike Lane. Like I said, you're a pioneer, now you're a legend. Stay tuned. Come back next week, Paradise, Louisiana. Stay safe. Don't forget. Don't let these people sneak up on you. Don't let them people believe you it's over. It's not. Be a team player. God bless Louisiana.
BBQGuys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.